Hey, I'm Dominic from HelpKit, and I'm here today to show you how to create multiple versions for your HelpKit Help Center. Now, this can be particularly handy in case you want to have multiple languages for your Help Center, or perhaps you have some sort of product documentation and you want to have different versions and you want to serve them all from one website. And in HelpKit, basically how it works is that you will have a drop-down where you can select from these versions. Now, under the hood at HelpKit, we call it versions, but it can also be a language. It's basically up to you. Now, let me show you how it works and how easy it is to set it up. I'm going to navigate to our demo project here just to show you how the HelpKit Help Center right now looks like. It's just a very simple dummy content Help Center here, consisting out of one version so far. And the idea is that we want to add a second version now. Now, I'm going to go now to HelpKit's dashboard. And in the HelpKit dashboard, you can navigate to settings, and then you will find a tab here called languages and versions. I'm going to click on that tab, and you can already see here on the left a few ideas. You can create language translations, or perhaps you have product versions, but basically it's up to you. You can name it whatever you want. Here in the language and version section, we provide you with an easy way to create multiple versions. You have the option of selecting between a quick language setup or choosing a custom version. Now, the great thing about the quick language setup is that by selecting this option, HelpKit in the background will also localize all the words you see in your Help Center already into the given language that you choose. And so it just will save you a bunch of time localizing all the words for each version. But if you wanted to, you can also just create a custom version and do it manually. I'm going to now, for the sake of this demo, going to do a language setup. And I'm going to here click on Add Language. Now, the way how it works is that for each version, there's a separate Notion template to be used. In case you're creating a second language, the most straightforward approach for you would be to take your existing HelpKit Notion template that you already have in your first language, duplicate it, and then override it. However, if you want to, you can also start with a fresh template, but I'm going to now do it with an existing template just to show you how it works. Now I'm going to go over to Notion, and here in Notion, I have my default language here that I call language English. And what I can now do in Notion is that I can basically just duplicate this template that I already have. And then basically just start overriding. I would probably go here, say something like the E for German. I remove this. I would give this just probably a German flag. And then I would go in here and start basically just overriding the collections here. And then going in here and overriding also the articles that we have written here. Now, if you want this to be a bit more hands-off approach, you can also use Notion AI to more or less automatically translate all the content here, but perhaps you have different images, different visuals that you need to custom upload again for your given version. So that would make sense to do that here. Now, I have already created a little second additional version here. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go here, share, and copy the link again, just as we did with the default version. And then I'm going to go back to HelpKit. And now here I can select the language. We try to offer basically any language you can possibly find, but if your language is not here, please let us know. I'm going to select German here. And then as a display language, I'm going to keep it as Deutsch, which is the localized German way of writing. And then I'm going to say Notion URL, and I'm going to paste the Notion template that is public in here. I'm going to click connect, and you can also see down here how it will show up on our Help Center. It will be / and then DE. You can see we have successfully fetched the Notion template. I'm going to say got it, and then I'm going to hit add language. Awesome. Now we have added our language. The important thing, as of now, the version is not live yet. If you want the version to go live, what we need to do is we're going to click to publish, and now our version will go live. Awesome. We can now already open the website, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here to the knowledge base, and I'm just going to show you that there's now a new version drop down, and we can now go here to the German version, and I'm just going to do a first sync just to get all the articles cached so they are faster to load. I highly recommend you to do the same. And now the great thing is we can toggle between the different versions that we have here, see how they perform, and most importantly, also now view how our versions look like. Now, one more thing I want to do, I want to go into language and versions here, and I want to give the default version a different name. I don't want to call it default, I actually want to call it English, because that's what the version name actually is. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to go here into the version config, and I'm going to give it the name English. I'm going to hit save. And now, just to show you, we can also go here into the localization version of our new additional version here, or language, and you can see that all of these words have already been pre-filled for you. Now, if there's something that seems a bit off or you want to change, you obviously can go ahead and change the wording for yourself here. You can also go here into the SEO section, and we've already assigned the language for you as well. We do recommend you to also set a meta title and meta description. And in the links section here, you can also localize your links. Now, for example, I can also just add some dummy content here just to show you that it will show up. And if you wanted to, you can also go here into the version config and change some settings about your version. For example, you can also change the path name or the Notion page. Please just know that by doing so, all of the existing links, unfortunately, will stop working. So just be very conscious about changing these two fields. But yeah, let's go back. Let's just save the links here as well. And then I'm going to show you how it looks like on the site. Awesome. So now we can click here, open website. And we can see now we have our localized version. If you click up here, you can see it's demos.helpkit.so/de, right? And now we have this new drop-down section up here, and we can select between these both versions. And the great thing about this is that HelpKit will do all of the optimization under the hood, so your full text search will still work. For example, there's one article here called bank transfer between bank accounts, and we can now also go here, navigate to the German version, and if I search for here, we can see the German version for this as well. And that's basically how the front end for your users will look like. Let me now quickly show you how it looks like on the documentation layout. This is how it will look like on the documentation layout. Basically, what you will notice is that the dropdown for the versions or languages are here on the left, and the exact same functionality applies. And we can, for example, go in here, go into this article, and just to drive the point home, I'm going to rate this as a negative, didn't help, and I'm just going to send this. And now let's go back to the HelpKit dashboard just to show you how you can see those insights. Now back to the dashboard, I have refreshed my dashboard here. And if I go now to the German version, you can see that we have first feedback here for an article. We can also go into the insight section here, and we will get tailored results based on our localized content as well. You can see here we have reviews on the Erste Hilfsartikel, which is the German localized version. We can also go here to the feedback section and toggle between the English and the German version. Same thing for the search intent. HelpKit's multiple versions also works very well with HelpKit AI. So if you happen to add an additional version, it will also be picked up at our AI, and so users can chat in localized versions as well. And that's basically it. That's how easy it is to set up a multiple version for your HelpKit project. If you need any more help about our language and version feature, check out our help center or just reach out to us, and I'm more than happy to help you get started adding an additional version. Bye.